Today is Thursday, February 11th, 2016, and the title of this rant is Will South Carolina Halt Bernie's Momentum? Now, Bernie has been he's been up on the upswing. He is moving on up. And he's done very well in Iowa, and he crushed Hillary in New Hampshire. He won in, he had both, let's just call it the poor white vote and the rich white vote in both of those states. But when we were heading into South Carolina, as I said before, Iowa about 90% plus white. I think New Hampshire's 80+% white. We're going into South Carolina, 55% of the Democratic voters in South Carolina are black. Hillary is going to receive, if she has not already received to date, the endorsement from the Congressional Black Caucus. I do believe that Ben Jealous from former head of the NAACP yesterday endorsed Bernie. So we're going to see all of that going on as we get into the South Carolina primary. We're going to have at least one more debate before then. And the Nevada is coming up, but I don't believe there's been any polling on Nevada because it's so hard to poll there that no polling place wants to risk its reputation there. But in South Carolina, the aggregate of all the polling that had been done, and the last one was a little bit over 2 weeks ago, basically showed Hillary with more than a 30% lead in South Carolina. So we'll have to see what the next polls will come about, and we'll have to see how Bernie's momentum is carried over and whether or not he can pick up a significant amount of black vote that will allow him to, let's just say, run to victory and then possibly run the gamut as we go through. But what we're starting to see here is another thing, and this is going into where it's going to end up. That was stupid. But Hillary is now basically, has been for the last couple of weeks, basically giving big time endorsement of the Obama administration, and that she wants to continue that progressive movement, and she wants to enhance on that progressive movement. Whereas Bernie has not been that way at all. He's been fairly dismissive of the accomplishments of the Obama administration. Say what you will about the ACA, Obamacare, whatever you think. It is the most significant Democratic victory since Medicare or Medicaid in the early 60s. And that it will be that way 20 or 30 years from now, because I do not see the Republicans getting rid of it in any way, shape, or form. But again, what Bernie is saying, just about any accomplishment that Obama had, is that it wasn't enough, and he could have gotten further on it if he had taken a more populist view on it. And I think that the vast majority, and I won't call them pundits, but let's just say, serious political analysts would say, no, Obama got basically as far as he possibly could get. Even though he tried to play nicey nice a number of times, he got about as far as he could possibly get. And there were a couple big things. So we had the ACA, Dodd-Frank, and Obama is moving much more aggressively on climate change. And of course, Bernie is basically saying, too little, too late. And of course, that is really resounding with a lot of electorate, because I'm a big believer that there is global climate change, and we need to change things, not yesterday, today. Not tomorrow, today, not today, yesterday, etc. A lot of things that we can do. Business is moving very aggressively in this way. And many other nations are moving in this way. But the Republicans are not moving in this way. And of course, Bernie is tapping into that anger and resentment, the same as Trump is getting into that anger and resentment. But here's the thing, whoever gets elected, and it had better be a Democrat, that, Paul Ryan's going to be running going to still be Speaker of the House. There's still going to be a Tea Party, and whoever lost, especially the Tea Party, they're going to be angry. They're going to be pissed off, and they will do anything they possibly can to halt any type of progressive movement on Hillary or Bernie. So either one of them are going to be have a lot of work to do. And the question is, who would be better to get the most accomplished in the next administration, Bernie or Hillary? Right now, I would say Hillary would be able to get more accomplished, because Bernie's going to be, both of them are going to be thwarted any way, shape, or form that the Republicans can thwart them. And of course, my particular feeling is Hillary will use every trick that she knows. She will use anything that she can, because remember, it isn't necessarily about moving up 10 feet at a time. Sometimes it's just moving up an inch at a time. You got to take anything that you can get, and sometimes you have to fold your cards and you have to come back on another day and work harder on the next day. So this referendum, in terms of, and here's one other quick thing, is that a lot of what Bernie is saying is that Obama didn't really do that well. Well, Obama has like a 90% approval rating in the black community. So he's poo-pooing the accomplishments of the only black president of the United States, and I'm not really sure how that will bode well. So what I see this is coming down right now is, can Hillary get the momentum back? Can she sell enough of the people that it isn't just that you have to be mad and angry about we need to do more. We also have to be realistic that with a Republican House, there can be only so much we can do, and we need to fight for every single inch that we have. Having grandiose ideas and grandiose plans is one thing. To implement minor things, because it moves in the progressive direction, is very, very important. And I think Hillary will also stress, her continued and, her lifelong work regarding helping women and helping blacks should bode well for her. But time will tell. Momentum is on Bernie's side. This could be, another transitional election. Can Hillary fight back hard enough? Will enough of the Congressional Black Caucus and those of color fight hard enough to give Hillary the victory? It's 10 days till South Carolina.